When we say someone is sleeping, we generally assume that they have basically turned off. Their eyes are closed, their muscles are relaxed, and maybe their mouth is slightly open. And if you wanted to find out if someone is awake, you would probably poke them in the ribs or try to get them to respond to something you asked them. Because when we think about what happens to our brain when we sleep, we imagine a dark room where nothing much is going on until the morning light wakes us up again. But this is actually not true at all, because what really happens in our brains when we sleep is a lot different. In fact, your brain is really doing things you won't believe, like unlocking superpowers, practicing self-defense moves. And today, we are going to uncover the shocking science of dreams and what your sleeping brain is really up to. And if you watch to the end, I'll reveal one final thing that'll blow your mind. If we were to secretly observe a sleeping person, then apart from some twitching and noises while they are asleep, there isn't much to see. But if we instead look at the brain activity of a sleeping person, then we would be in for a big surprise. Even though it looks like your brain activity drops down to zero when you go to sleep, the truth is that your brain is still very active. In fact, every night, your brain goes through multiple cycles of NREM sleep, followed by REM sleep. These two types of sleep together make up a complete sleep cycle, which lasts between 70 minutes and 2 hours. And the crazy thing is that during these sleep cycles, your brain is actually performing complex tasks. For example, in one study published in the Journal of Neuroscience in 2019, scientists used brain scans to monitor the activity of two groups of participants as they slept. One group consisted of young, healthy adults, and the other group had participants who suffered from insomnia. What they found was that both groups displayed similar overall brain activity during sleep. Both groups also exhibited similar levels of activity during REM sleep, which is the stage of sleep where most dreams occur. This finding suggests that sleep and dreaming may be essential for restoring brain function regardless of age or sleep disorders. In fact, during REM sleep, certain areas of your brain become highly active, including the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making and social behavior, as well as the parietal cortex, which processes sensory information. Another part of the brain, called the amygdala, becomes less active, which might be why unpleasant memories become less emotionally intense over time. In addition to that, your brain also engages in other activities during sleep, such as clearing out waste products and toxins, consolidating memories, and even strengthening the immune system. So sleep is definitely not the time for your brain to completely shut down. Instead, it is an active period filled with many important processes that keep your body and mind functioning properly. So now that we know that so much is happening inside our heads when we are sleeping, let's talk about what the heck those brain cells are up to. We often think of dreams as random and meaningless sequences of images that play out in our heads while we sleep. However, there is a lot more to dreams than meets the eye. In fact, according to neuroscientists, dreams serve several important purposes, ranging from helping us process our emotions to preparing us for potential threats. Here are some of the most shocking reasons why you dream. Dreams help us consolidate our memories. When we dream, our brain is sorting through all of the memories we have acquired throughout the day, filing them away for later retrieval. We also link new memories to previously stored ones, strengthening some connections while deleting others. This process helps us remember the most important events and information we have learned, ensuring that it remains easily accessible to us in the future. This discovery has been supported by several studies. For example, one study conducted by researchers at MIT and Harvard showed that mice that were allowed to sleep after learning a new task performed significantly better on a memory test than mice that were kept awake. Similarly, humans who were given the opportunity to nap after learning a new language demonstrated improved recall compared to those who did not nap. Dreams help us regulate our emotions. Our dreams allow us to revisit emotionally charged experiences in a safe environment, helping us process and regulate our emotions more effectively. By revisiting these experiences in our dreams, we are able to reduce the emotional intensity of these memories, making it easier for us to cope with them in our waking lives. In fact, research shows that people who are deprived of REM sleep The stage of sleep when most dreams occur tend to have more negative emotions and find it harder to regulate those emotions. Dreams help us solve problems. Sometimes our brains can get stuck when trying to solve a problem or come up with a creative solution. This is where dreams can help. When we dream, our brain is free from the constraints of logic and reason, allowing it to explore more unconventional ideas and make unusual connections. For example, a study published in the journal Dreaming found that participants who were given a problem to solve before going to sleep were more likely to report having dreams related to the task, and were also more successful at solving the problem after waking up. Dreams help us simulate threats. From an evolutionary perspective, it makes sense that we dream about potential threats because it allows us to practice our response to danger. By simulating threats in our dreams, we are able to rehearse how we react to them, which can help us better prepare for similar situations in real life. In fact, research suggests that people who have more intense and frequent nightmares are more likely to have experienced a traumatic event in their past. Nightmares can be our brain's way of processing and coming to terms with these experiences. Now that we understand the importance of dreams, let's take a closer look at the different types of dreams we experience. Lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is a unique type of dreaming experience in which the dreamer is aware that they are dreaming while the dream is happening. This awareness allows the dreamer to have some control over the dream, enabling them to influence the direction of the storyline, the characters that appear in it, or even the setting of the dream. For example, if a person is having a nightmare, they may suddenly realize that they are dreaming and try to change the course of the dream to make it more positive. In fact, some people practice techniques to induce lucid dreaming, such as setting intentions before going to sleep, or keeping a dream journal to record their dreams and increase their recall. It has been suggested that lucid dreaming can have several potential benefits, including enhancing creativity, improving problem-solving skills, and providing a platform for self-reflection and personal growth. Nightmares. Nightmares are dreams that cause distress and unpleasant feelings. They typically involve a sense of danger, fear, anxiety, or other negative emotions. Nightmares can be quite vivid and lifelike, making the dreamer feel as if they are experiencing the events of the dream in real time. They can also be very memorable, leaving the dreamer feeling shaken and disturbed upon waking up. Nightmares are a normal part of the dreaming experience and can happen to anyone. However, some people are more prone to having them than others, particularly those who have experienced trauma or who are going through a stressful period in their lives. Recurring dreams. Recurring dreams are dreams that repeat themselves over and over again. They can occur at regular intervals or intermittently, and the dreamer may wake up feeling as if they are reliving the same dream multiple times. These dreams often involve the same characters, settings, and storylines, and they may also evoke the same emotions each time they occur. Recurring dreams are thought to reflect unresolved issues, thoughts, or feelings that the dreamer is grappling with in their waking life. By understanding the underlying meaning and symbolism of recurring dreams, one can gain insight into their own psyche and work towards resolving these issues. To sum up, there are many different types of dreams that we experience, each with its unique characteristics and potential meaning. Lucid dreaming enables conscious control within the dream world. Nightmares bring distressing emotions and scenarios. Recurring dreams offer symbolic expressions of unresolved issues. Understanding these different types of dreams can provide insight into our own minds and experiences. I bet you didn't realize that so much was happening in your head when you sleep. Now let's imagine what would happen if we stopped dreaming. Researchers decided to deprive a group of healthy young men of REM sleep to investigate the effects of dream deprivation. The results were shocking. After 5 nights of REM sleep deprivation, the participants showed significant impairments in their ability to remember words and pictures they had learned, as well as their mood. They also found it much more difficult to solve problems. In fact, studies have shown that REM sleep deprivation can lead to increased irritability, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating. In more severe cases, it can even lead to psychotic symptoms like hallucinations and delusions. This is because REM sleep plays a crucial role in restoring our brain function and promoting optimal cognitive and emotional performance. But the consequences of not dreaming can extend beyond our waking lives. Research has also explored the link between dream deprivation and the development of neurological and psychiatric disorders. Some studies suggest that a lack of dreaming may contribute to the development of Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and post-traumatic stress disorder. For example, one study published in the journal Psychiatry in 2013 found that older adults who reported having frequent nightmares were less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease over a 5-year follow-up period. Overall, these findings highlight the importance of dreams for our physical and mental well-being. By understanding the consequences of not dreaming, we can appreciate the vital role that sleep and dreaming play in maintaining our overall health. After everything we have talked about in this video, you now know that your brain does not turn off when you sleep. In fact, it performs incredible and vital work, which it uses to make you whole again for the next day. Dreams are a powerful tool for our brain to clean, restore, and rejuvenate itself, which helps us to function optimally during our waking hours. By understanding the importance of dreams and practicing good sleep habits, you can unlock the amazing, shocking, hidden life of your sleeping brain. Comment down below what you think about this video. If you like this video, press the thumbs up button. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video.